Hey everybody, good morning. Here's another video. Before I start doing the videos that everybody has asked me for, so there's one about Fedora, so I can put Ubuntu to compete against Fedora. I'm gonna try Arch too, and there might be another one, and the reason is this. Let me show you. After I finished installing Ubuntu 23.04, because you already know that I was a beta tester for it and all that, there's one. I'm gonna remove these two, by the way. They're very old. These are literally HDDs, SATA drives, but these are the very old one. These are SSDs actually, and here are the Western Digital Black NVMEs. So we got like two of each. But I want to be fair, and we gotta be fair in regards to performance and this distro that's being used for testing. Why? Because I also want to know if, for example, Arch it's faster in some regards, in regards to Ubuntu or all of them, Fedora, the same thing. Especially in my case, which is gaming, video recording like this one, and work like MySQL, AI, and others. Anyway, other things that I do. So if whichever is the better one, then that's the one that I'm gonna be staying with. Mainly because in my particular case, you end up learning everything about Pac-Man, RPMs, and etc. 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 So there's one that's free. This is the one that I'm using for Ubuntu. Well, one of those. I forgot. Well, one of those I'm using for Ubuntu, and the other one I'm not. Okay, I think it's the one at the top. So both are the same, and on one I will be using whichever other distribution. And one of the on the comments on the channel, on the YouTube channel, they said to test Fedora and all that. So that's one. Another one is somebody commented, how can I benchmark this on Reddit? How can I benchmark my own video card? So because mine was showing higher and all that. So here's the trick, the secret sauce. Oh my God, Jesus. So the trick is the following. When you start, and let's do it through here. Give me a second. Let me open the console here. When you start Gravity Mark, okay, when you start Gravity Mark, the one that I'm using right now, it's 1.81. Here it is. When you obviously put your name, configure the whole thing. Right now, it's left like this because the last test that I did was 4K. So, first test that you should be doing is just everything default like that. Do make sure that you set full screen and make sure that you remove all the three options here: FPS, sensors, and info. Why? Because it's gonna have like a little menu here when it's doing the rendering, the benchmark, and that's actually gonna drop a little bit, but it's still gonna drop your FPS. Okay, so you remove all that, and then you test it. Put your name there and you test it. You can test it, I don't know, maybe 3 times or something. I normally recommend testing the computer when it's cold. So you do a cold boot, meaning literally you just turn the computer on. Mainly, maybe because of the temperature. I don't know if that affects a lot the computer, but you can do it like that. You just, when you start the computer on, you test it. And you test it with Google Chrome. Don't test it with Firefox. On Firefox, you actually get less FPS. I don't know why the hell that's happening. So you test it with Google Chrome, and you copy this. Whatever the port is going to show there, and everything in regards to Gravity Mark, and you open a new incognito window, and that's where you paste this in. Why? Because it could be an extension, there could be something that's going to affect the performance. Okay, I just do it like that because I did find out that it went down probably like 20,000 points on one of my tests, and I'm like, what the hell just happened? And it was one of the extensions that I was using. I think it was LastPass. I don't know, something was happening there, and I went to incognito and got everything back to normal performance. Remember, if you go to incognito, you gotta remove this, remove full screen, put your name here, so we know who actually did the benchmarking on Gravity Mark, and just run it. Okay. Now the trick, well, that's the whole setup. Okay, but the trick, at least here for Nvidia users, AMD users, they gotta do something different, I'm guessing, in regards to Mesa, in regards to maybe some configuration. The trick that I did here was the following. I removed sync to VBlank. I have no idea if that crap actually has any performance effect there. Image settings, I put in high performance, and on the power miser, I changed prefer mode to prefer maximum performance for the benchmark. I don't know if I leave it in auto, but that's basically all I did. Like I left it there, and it was actually, well, here you can see it jump. See, now it went over there. Graphics clock 2,500 and something. Actually, sometimes it gets to 3,000, but that's I'm gonna leave that up to the video card. It's up to the video card to decide what the hell it wants to do. Sometimes I think it's because of the temperature. You know, after you're done, just put it in auto. You could touch this, and by the way, I was able to add this here, and it was not for this. It was for, I think, the fan speeds. Yeah. So if you go to, after you save the Nvidia settings here, which by the way, you have to, let me do a check here. This one. So you gotta run this one, chmod user plus X, so it gets executable rights on the user share screen resolution extra Nvidia poll kit. That's one of the things that you gotta do. Okay. Once you save the xconfig, once you save this here, you'll be able to play around with the fans in case it fails or something. Well, the other thing that you gotta do is you gotta, after obviously you created this sorg file, set it up, baby, and then here at the bottom, in the screen section, just in case, in the screen section, after you saved everything, you should be able to see something like this. You're gonna add option inside double quotes cool bits inside double quotes 28. Well, in my case, I put 28. I put 28, and that gives me access, or at least it helps me in managing the GPU settings. So you can use, the fan settings. So I can just do something like this, and it won't fail here. It doesn't fail, and you're gonna see that the temperature is gonna start dropping right now. See? So now it's 41, and then you're gonna see 40. I'm not gonna do it, so the video is gonna turn super long. 39, etc., etc. You get my point. Once you've done that, then you're gonna end up seeing this, and you're gonna end up seeing the thermal layers. I would not touch, well, I got a Zotac video card. I don't know Asus, I don't know MSI, I don't know the other ones. Here you can overclock it the way that you want to. I don't want to touch it because I don't know. The 4090 it's already very powerful, and two, I'm scared. So the only thing that I only touch is this one. Again, prefer maximum performance. You might be able to put the fan speeds at max during the benchmark. And I remove sync to be blank. I set this one to high performance. That's it. On the Chrome, you put this incognito mode, and you set up everything here. Remember to remove FPS sensors and info for the show, and select Windows, so that it matches the one the leaderboard scores. So with that said, in your name, okay. With that said, let's go here, because I'm finding something weird with Nvidia. Again, a second time a weird thing. So, and I'm gonna go through the whole thing. Yesterday, I updated to the 530, mainly because of the bugs that it fixed, not because it's officially supported by Ubuntu 23.04. It's supported with a PPA, okay, with the Nvidia PPA. And again, if you type Nvidia PPA, and you see this here, and they already updated this like 7 days ago, so I was just waiting for somebody to complain about the 530. Copy this. You don't need to run this, because since I don't know how many versions ago, Ubuntu already does this automatically. Every time you add a repository there, you run that there, and then you install the Nvidia driver 530 or Nvidia graphics driver 530. reboot and you're done, and you're like me right now. But when I did that, I was actually expecting either the same performance or a little bit less because of so many, well, changes. If you saw the change log for the 530, there's a lot of changes, okay? A lot of fixes. And then this crap happened. So here you can see me, well, here you're seeing all modes. So I'm gonna just select single GPUs, okay? And then you can see the following. It jumped again around almost 2,000 points again. So it's been, I don't know what Nvidia is doing privately or something, but they optimize the 4090 every new driver. I'm guessing something like that. So this one, it's actually the 530. You can see here, and I actually double checked this here, and actually did jump to it actually took into consideration me saying prefer performance on the Nvidia settings. This is a Zotac. You can imagine an Asus or MSI or something, but the Zotac for me has been always awesome. I'm a very, let's say, faithful to them. So Extreme Linux got there. This one was okay. So this one was with the 525. 525. There we go. On the testing branch when I was doing the beta testing, and it did that jump there. And if we go back, you see here, this is on the 2210 with again the 525, a different 525, but at least you see the same thing. Which, by the way, let me go here, and here you can see that instead of jumping up, it actually went down. So maybe I didn't do I don't remember if I did the prefer performance thingamajig here, this one. Maybe we were saying auto or something, whatever. But you get the point. It keeps on jumping. There has to be a limit, and I'm pretty sure I just arrived at that limit, because let me see. I think it was 4K, the one that actually, yeah, I think it's, yeah. Why? Because of the jumps. The jumps, yeah, single GPU. No, this is too big of a jump. I don't know. There has to. I'm guessing. I want to play it fair there. I don't want to benchmark. I don't want to overclock this thing. I'm scared. But I'm guessing. Let's go to 2K again. This is gonna be more or less the limit for this Zotac 4090. Okay, just in case. Well, it doesn't say here, but it's the Zotac Amp Extreme Pro. So like the high-end 4090 for the Zotac, which might be the reason why it's doing all that. But based, and I'm assuming based on this, it can still go up a little bit more. I don't want to do it. I mean, I could just put it there. I don't want to do it. That's up to the Zotac to decide that. But you can see again on Ubuntu 23.04 they actually jumped again. But by the way, but with the 530. So if you have if you install the 530, you might be able to see a jump in performance there too. I invite you to start testing here. You can see that Linux is now beating Windows tests. Here's one. Let me see, Windows 11. There you go. I think Windows 11 is the last Windows, right? I don't know if there's from 2023 a test here. Oh, there's one. Okay, with the 4090. So you can see that Linux is beating stuff. And in regards to, let's go to the OS on Linux. So this is a little bit concerning, and I'm going to explain why. Maybe it's because they tested this before. Yeah. So if somebody that has the AMD 7900 XT or XTX could do this test, that will actually help a lot, because there's a huge jump between the at least the 4080. I know it doesn't compete against the 4090, but there's a huge jump there. Okay, so yeah, that's all I'm saying. If somebody can using Mesa 23 or 23.1, if you have Arch, I think Arch has already the 23.1, I believe. And the latest Nvidia drivers, the 530, it actually helped a lot there. So we can get more feedback about how the performance of a video card is on Linux. Here's the XT. I don't believe it should what? Oh, okay. Well, maybe it could go more up or something. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about this thing. But I'll be creating the other videos soon. The Ubuntu installation and how I set up the whole Ubuntu. There's not a lot of things. Just I'm not gonna be talking about the tools that I use, but mainly maybe for example FlameShot. So FlameShot is super awesome because I can do this, and then I can just save that image, edit that image, or I can do Control Print and then open this here and then Control Print, or I forgot, Shift Print or something like that. And then it's for menus that show like this, so you can make FlameShot just wait. Let me see. Delay. Oh yeah. Delay 2 seconds. And there you go. So then I can do this and I can actually highlight this menu here. You know that on the typical GNOME one you can't take a screenshot of this because it goes away the moment you click on it. So that's why I use FlameShot there. Anyway, too much garbage in this video. So I hope you liked the video. It helped test with Gravity Mark. Install that baby there, and test your video card. I don't see any Intel here. I think I don't see any Intel here. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Think positive. Big hugs to everybody, and see you soon with the other videos. Bye. And thank you for the feedback, by the way.